Excellent way. Here we go. First winners match in WCS Premier League Season 3.
That's exactly right, Kev. And right off the bat, we can see spawning up here in the top left-hand corner of Akalon Waste. It's the blue Terran player representing Startail. His name is Hack. Fun fact, Hack was running a little bit late for his match today. So I called the ambassador for esports, Rob P. Simpson at Red Bull. I was like, hey man, you better find Hack. And within 30 seconds, Hack was online and ready for his game.
Rob is like, no more Red Bull for you, Hack, if you don't make...
Rob called like the Startail house. He's like, all right, guys, you either get Hack online or we're going to have some serious problems. And then Hack was there, fueled by Red Bull and passion.
Mostly Red Bull at 6 a.m.
Down in the bottom right-hand corner, his opponent, fresh off his win against Arthur, the red Zerg player, it is ByuL.
You know, it's super early for these guys. We start at 3 p.m. over here at the West Coast. I want to say East Coast, I'm not sure why. CBR is cutting away the drone, which is basically 6 a.m. in Korea, and that means that their call time to at least show up is like, well, it's 6 or 7. Either way, it's like between that period.
Yeah, they got to get up early. They got to eat their eggs. They got to eat their bacon.
I don't think they eat eggs and bacon in Korea.
Sure they do.
No, kimchi. Kimchi for breakfast, lunch, dinner,
it's
and...
eggs, bacon, and kimchi.
That sounds delicious, actually. I'm sold already.
It does sound like a good breakfast.
Open a restaurant over here. Call it the Mr. Bitter.
I'll just call it eggs, bacon, and kimchi.
Yeah, that actually sounds great. And that's like all you have on the menu. It's like very simple. You know, Americans like simplicity in their restaurants. I think this is why like In-N-Out Burger is so popular, because you walk in and you have two options, cheeseburger or hamburger, or double hamburger.
You come in, you get a burger, and then you go out.
Yeah. So if you have just kimchi, bacon, and eggs, I think this might be a slamming success, man.
Somebody comes like, I would like to order sausage. Sorry, man.
No. It's kimchi, eggs, or bacon.
We don't serve your kind here.
You have orange juice? Nope.
Just kimchi, eggs, and bacon.
See the command center first going down over here for Hack. ByuL has been scouting throughout the entire map. I must say I love that. He doesn't want to get surprised by any 11-11. I think I've seen Hack do it once in our qualifier, but sorry guys, it was roughly 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, so can't remember all the games anymore. See double hatchery opening against his command center first.
Hey,
here.
it works against Protoss. Let's try it out here. And I guess against the command center first opening, he's going to be pretty safe. Still, though, it has to be said that it is hard to defend 3 locations against things like Hellions, Widow Mines, even when the medevacs come out. But of course, by that time, I think ByuL's going to feel a little bit more comfortable.
I think it's going to come down to the additional scouting from ByuL. How much is he going to see? Will he see which units cross the map? He's still going to throw down that extractor at the 4-minute mark, just like he does against Protoss. So super quick gas, despite...
This is almost bad for his economy to take 3 hatch this fast.
Yeah, like he loses an extra drone.
Yeah, he's basically committing 4 drones to gas. So we'll see how it all plays out.
Quick factory for Hack, so probably going to see a couple of Hellions for him to get some initial map control.
Widow Mines by themselves will be very hard to deal with.
SCV is on a little mission, SCV is going to be like, oh, that's a really quick hatchery. I did not expect that.
Hatchery is still the scariest building.
Is it?
Building? Yeah, man.
I think it's the Spire.
No, dude.
Every time I see a Spire, I shiver.
Big monster flying around inside of it. That's terrifying.
It's not about that. It's about what it can do. Even though this building can potentially create a Spire.
What if you killed the hatchery right before it finished and the big monster came out and you could control it?
Yeah. It's like an Ultralis for 8 seconds. Whoa! Which actually kills everything.
It's got a big scorpion tail.
Look how Hack's going to play super economic against it. He got a really good scout up, knows that it's 3 hatchery. Of course, he saw the timing of the hatchery. He's like, hey, there's no way you're the spawning pool for that hatchery. The Overlord did fly in to get a sneak peek into the main base of Hack, but I think he saw the... Yeah, he did see the factory, but that's all that he saw.
Definitely did not see the command center.
Nope, he did not. Perhaps this additional Overlord trio will spot his command center eventually, which will be really big. Well, actually, all these links, where did these links come from? We only have 2 Marines on the map.
Wait a second.
Wow, this is actually getting a little bit scary right now.
Wait a second. Why in the world would there be Zerglings out right now after 2 hatch before spawning pool? I guess because that's just how ByuL rolls. He will scout the command center. Doesn't manage to kill that building SCV.
Did he actually kill anything?
I wonder if this was worth it, man. These lings aren't doing
it looked worth it, but I think Hack is just controlling his units extremely well right now. Now the 2 Hellions are out, so it's a lot easier for him. He kept all these SCVs alive. I don't think he lost a single SCV. Okay, Workers killed 1.
That was the scout from before?
No, the scout actually made it home safely, so he was able to pick off 1 SCV, but I must say that was a fantastic little defense there by Hack, and that's going to put him in a really good position. And look at this, man. 14 additional Zerglings on the way. ByuL, you cray-cray.
Yeah, this time he's got speed backing it up. I think he's just I swear I wondered about this when I saw the fast 3 hatch. I wonder if he was just going to do this into some crazy aggression. We see second gas, we see Roach Warren. I think it's going to be Roach Bane.
Yeah, it's going to be so important that he's able to surround these Hellions. These Hellions are going to commit perhaps a little bit right now to this right side of the map. The Zerglings might be able to flank it. Is ready.
And Hellions are going to come out, and hey, surprise, they're going to have to micro for their lives.
Very nice by ByuL.
And very good control. Hellions microed very well also, but...
They were not getting out. That was the most important thing. Heck is probably a little bit worried right now. Siege tank already in production. That's a really quick siege tank. He has a full wall up. The bunker is down as well.
There's the Baneling nest. We're probably going to see about 8 roaches as soon as where's the roach one?
Yeah, but against that siege tank already, and look at Heck throwing down those additional bunkers just in case you'd rather be safe than sorry.
No, just from seeing the links?
Yeah, that was a lot of links. Probably thinking like, hey, you already made links at start. Now you made even more links. 11 roaches in production. There is no overlord anywhere near to give high ground vision to snipe this tank. This tank alone is gonna keep Heck almost safe. I want to say
almost.
Well, and now ByuL's like, man, really?
Almost impossible for this to happen. So what are you going to do now, ByuL?
Maybe go through these rocks.
We see that he is actually going to return to droning. Do you think he's actually going to commit to the bust?
I think he's at least going to show the bust by being like perhaps force Heck to pull some SCVs, at least try to do something with it, because it makes no sense to keep all these units. But I don't think he's going to morph all the Banelings and try to bust through, because he's already droning up behind this. He knows it's not going to work.
8 Banelings.
Well, I still think he knows it's not going to work.
Maybe he's going to try and absorb a couple tank shots with these lings that you see out in front, and then bust through anyway. There are no reinforcement Zerglings on the production tab, but there's also a supply block and 3 overlords being built, so there's no telling what he's going to make.
I still think it's going to be a massacre. He has 43 armor supply against 24, but this 24 armor supply says, no, he's right-click on the rocks. That's actually a little bit of a mistake over here for Heck. He missed one or two. Oh my god, that was a beautiful shot on all those Banes. The additional Banes get focused down as well. Here come all the roaches. One tank will fall, but the SCVs are going to make it impossible for those roaches to go anywhere.
So this is a feeling that every Zerg player in the world should be familiar with. The feeling of, hey, I'm going to go for the bust.
It's a massacre.
And then have it fail miserably. Look at this, the ramp coated red with the blood of those roaches and Zerglings. More lings were made to reinforce, but unfortunately there's just no way for them to get back in. And this is about the best position Hack could ever be in. What a great read he had on this.
Yep. Certainly, and I love how he right-clicked those Banelings as well. Like, if those tank shots wouldn't be connected with those Banelings, suddenly you have to worry about 8-9 Banelings blowing up over here. I'm still sure that Heck would have eventually stabilized, but you know, then maybe at the cost of a lot more SCVs than he lost right now. Only 5 SCVs went down throughout the entire game. That could have been maybe 12 to 16 SCVs. Right now he was still ahead in workers. Just now ByuL overtaking him while he's running up pretty heavily behind this. A couple of speedlings going to try to be annoying, but there's a tank over here on the high ground. He's going to lose all these links again. Well, maybe...
Yeah, it's not going to be worth it, man. These Marines might all fall, but...
that was a lot of links.
Yeah, it's at the cost of every one of those Zerglings, and the command center never even having to lift. SCV is just going to be transferred right down in the face of it.
The only good thing he does with this, though, is keep Heck at least on his side of the map, because we can see ByuL still droning up. He's making 13 drones right now. After this, he must go into heavy unit production. Does he have a 4th hatchery, by the way? Because I really feel he's going to need one.
Amazingly, there's a 4th hatch going down, just like you said, Kev. Amazingly, we see ByuL somehow able to make it up to 81 harvesters. Like, in spite of that crazy opening, he gets there. So his economy is now at a place where he's able to produce the units and the tech and the things that he needs to keep himself in this game. Layers also finishing up, well, will be finishing up here in the next few seconds.
There are Widow Mines out already. There are tanks on the map. There are 27 Marines. First medevacs should be on their way. They are more than halfway through. Burrow being researched. Perhaps a couple of Burrow Banelings can make something happen. I still think it's one of the most exciting things in the game. We've even seen it just last week in WCS Premier League. We saw... who was the Zergling against Lucy? It was the Slovakian Zerg, or Slovenian, sorry.
That's a funny name.
Did he have a funny name?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my god, I can't believe I don't know his name right now. He played great though. He had a lot of burrowed Banelings. It was a really exciting
inspirational.
Yes. Spire going down, but more medevacs. This is the first time Heck marches across the map, and look at the supply ban, 126 against 150. If you just tune in this game, you wonder how did we get to this? Well, pretty big field bust. That's how we got to this.
This is the results, and Hack's just going to make this push with a few Widow Mines, a few medevacs, and a few siege tanks, and a lot of Marines. Baneling speed is nowhere near complete, and that's going to make the defense even more impossible. Building 4th hatchery, or 4th base, I should say.
Maybe if the Widow Mines turn against the Terran army and blow up everything.
That's a possibility. So we've seen it before.
Yeah. OGG still has nightmares about it. So you're gonna see a little bit of a drop in the main base right now of ByuL. ByuL doesn't have anything over here, not a single bit of static defense. He's gonna retreat with a lot of these links. Maybe a couple of banelings gonna be able to connect with this. Upgrades are even on either side, by the way, 1-1.
Yeah, Hack is doing this perfectly. He is really executing this well. The Marines forced to lift and evacuate, but ultimately the position for Hack just continues to improve. The Widow Mine's going to be cut out in the open. Only one of them ends up dying.
Zergling speed is almost ready though. We have 10 Mutas on the map as well. Maybe those Mutas can be annoying trying to pick off a tank.
Time to make Mutas. We'll see if it ends up working out.
It's something. He's still dealing with these drops reasonably well as well, I must say. This was not that easy because he had so few units. Now in the main base there are 2 Zerglings. Well, fortunately those 2 Zerglings.
Drop spotted, but that's all they're able to do. And we see nothing moving towards the main base to defend, so I think ByuL's about to take a ton of damage. 4 Lings trickle in. That's not going to be nearly enough. Here comes the cavalry. While this is happening, there's also a drop in the third and a push continuing to advance forward.
Mutas and Lings actually deal with that little push. I mean, ByuL is still sort of hanging in there. He's down 50 supply, so we're not going to try to make this sound like it's extremely close. But so far, I've been pretty impressed with the way he's been defending. Here come the banelings for the first time, though, trying to connect with a lot of these Marines. And it's something.
You know, it's reasonable connections, but Hack is just staying maxed, man. He's
Look at the minimap. Oh my god.
Supply. It's a constant stream of blue, and those are all Marines, man. It's not an SCV train.
A couple of Marauders in the mix as well. Sure, we have a couple of Mutas going there, but it's 186 supply against 146. Perhaps ByuL trying to wait until 2-2 is ready, but it doesn't matter. Hack wins game number 1 very convincingly.